Better by name, better by nature.
Alisha Lehmann got her big move to Juventus in the summer, but that doesn't mean that she's happy. In fact, she's actually unhappy, as she recently came out complaining about how she doesn't get paid the same as her boyfriend. Welcome back, guys, to Fog Football. Normally we only cover Scottish football, but sometimes there's some crazy takes in the world of football. There's some big nonsense stuff going on, and that's exactly what is happening here. So we had to talk about it. We had to make a video on it. We had to put Alisha Lehmann back in her place.
Yeah, we had to put her back in her place. It's exactly what we're going to do. Because you know what? It's a ridiculous statement to make. And I think Alisha Lehmann comes across as very obnoxious here by saying this. They truly can't believe this. She can turn around and say it's the same club, right? And we're going to get into the quotes and things like that. It's the same club by name. It's not the same club in reality.
No, I mean, it's not even the same game by reality. I mean, it's just two different leagues, man. It's two different... The fact that she's trying to pretend it's the same thing, it's crazy.
No, it is absolutely crazy. It's like, say, you know, to compare it, it's like saying you play for Rangers, but you've only ever played, like, for youth level. It doesn't have the same ring to it, you know what I mean? And I think there's a lot of comparisons to actually be made with women's football and Scottish football compared to, like, you know, the Premier League. The fact of the matter is, right, with women's football, it just doesn't generate enough money and revenue. And I think there's a lot of comparisons to be made with the lesser leagues in Europe compared to, like, the top 5 when it comes to TV deals. But the reality is, in 2024, maybe the companies, because it's the go-to thing to do with women's football, well, they'll be more likely to show women's football to virtue signal and things like that, rather than... because there's no quality on display.
Well, no, there's definitely not. But obviously, Luis got his move to Juve in a deal approximately worth £50 million, and it's been reported that he signed a contract around £100,000 a week, whereas Lehmann moved, and we don't know exactly how much her move was for, but it was for a lot less. I believe it was under £1 million, and she was supposedly earning 200k a year at Villa Park, which is, let's be honest, very good.
Yes.
And consider that you're a footballer and you're supposedly enjoying football. I can't imagine that you get into football if you don't like it. Honestly, man, you tell most people in the world you can get 200 grand a year playing football. Is anyone going to complain?
No, probably not. I mean, you're looking at it, what, like 16 grand a year? A month, sorry. I mean, that's a good wage. And I've got to question Douglas Luiz here. If his wife shares this opinion, obviously they probably talked about it, and does he just sit there and nod away and accept this?
Well, what he should really do is say, look, you can't compare yourself to me, we ain't doing the same job. If he has a set, I mean, that's what he would say. Maybe he sympathises with her, who knows, but she was talking during an interview with La Gazzetta del Sport, which I believe is an Italian media outlet. She talked about the huge gap in salary between men's and women's players, and she said, quote, "Everyone would like to have the same salary. I often speak to Douglas at home about this and tell him it's not fair. We do the same job, but he gets paid 100 times more than me. It's something that affects me because I'm a woman. Obviously, there's still a long way to go on the path we're on because there may never be equal pay. There will have to be a very strong will to make this change in the direction. If someone wants to come with me with jokes, I always ask them, have you ever seen a match? Probably not, because when you see a match, you realise how good and passionate we are." End of quote. Alright, I've seen plenty of women's football and they are not good. Even at the top level, man, even at the top level of women's football, you see a lot of mediocre stuff. And we've seen the best women's teams in the world play, teenage boys, and they get beat badly. So you're not doing the same job. You're not. Why not have a match? Honest, why not have a match? Juventus men versus Juventus women. If the Juventus men win, they get double their wages. If the Juventus women win, they get the same wages as the men. And we'll see what the scoreline is.
Yeah, I mean, she says good and passionate, right? Let's be honest here. There's a lot of teams, a lot of rivalries across the world, right? That might play in like the 6th tier of their country. Here, they might be passionate. They might think it's a good atmosphere. Doesn't mean you deserve the pay.
Yes, I'm sure players that play in Scottish League 2 are passionate.
Yeah,
but are they getting the same money as Callum McGregor?
That's why I'll compare it to Scottish football. Here, Rangers and Celtic, right? Fans, way better than Manchester City. I don't even need to explain it, right? But compare the money that the teams are on and the league's on. It's just the way the world works. See if Alisha Lehmann was flipping burgers in McDonald's. Does she deserve the same pay as her male counterpart? Of course she does.
Because you're literally doing the same job, and it is creating the same output. It's creating the same results.
Whoever's buying that burger's paying the same for hers. Compared to Douglas Luiz's.
If she makes a Big Mac and she makes it to the same standard as her male employee, then she's going to get paid the same. That's how it works.
Yeah.
But she is not delivering. She's not delivering the same quality, the same shirt sales. She's not playing in the same game, not playing with the same advertisers, not playing with the same amount of viewing figures. I mean, everything is just so wrong with that statement. And you know what? I refuse to believe she's that dumb. I refuse to believe that she doesn't see the difference here. I think it's just complaining.
Juventus sell out every week, right, in their stadium in Turin, right? They will. I guarantee you the Juventus ladies do not play in that stadium. And even if they do play in that stadium, they are not selling that stadium out.
She went on to speak about how she doesn't live a life of luxury. She says, quote, "I don't live like a star, but like everyone else."
Because you're not one.
When people see you on social media, they think you live a different life. But that's not the case. I live a normal life. I go home, I cook, I do the same things as everyone else. Of course, it's nice when people recognise you on the street. End of quote. Right, so she's claiming she lives the same life. She's claiming she's a normal person. First of all,
Bullshit.
If you earn 200 grand a week, right, 200 grand a year, you're not a normal person.
Well, I would say
that puts you middle to high class.
Absolutely.
Automatically, right? And then let's talk about the fact that she is attractive and she does look good. Now, there is a tech analytics company called Grace Note Nielsen's, and they have published that Alisha Lehmann reportedly earns £245,000 every time she uploads a new photo on Instagram.
Well, there you go.
Now, the average bum, me and you could upload a photo to Instagram and we could say, we're doing the same picture as Alisha Lehmann. We're uploading the same why is she getting paid this and why are we getting paid nothing?
Yep.
So, here's a privilege that she wouldn't be getting if she wasn't a woman and she wasn't an attractive woman. But I bet she's not going to complain about this. I bet she's not going to say, well, look, the average guy with 10 followers only gets he gets nothing for uploading to Instagram, so I'll make nothing as well. I don't deserve to make anything. She's also got TikTok, which I'm sure she makes a lot of money on, and she's released a calendar for 2024, and it is price ranged between £51 and £68. A calendar. We know that that's not the average price of a calendar, and she's only getting that because she's an attractive woman. I bet you there's women playing for fucking Albion Rovers women's team if they have one. They're not making that money.
No.
She's got fame on Instagram that other male footballers don't have. She's got a lot of followers on Instagram, so it's just part and parcel, man. But again, it's almost like she won't accept where her being a woman benefits her. She won't accept any of the positives. She would rather just focus on the negatives. Yeah. I guarantee you, she makes more than a lot of male footballers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, put it this way.
But to say she lives a normal, look at her. See if you follow her. I mean, look at all the holidays she gets. She's not living like a normal person. A normal person working a 9 to 5, struggling to pay bills.
No. And also, that's another thing. If she is living like a normal person, what's Douglas Luiz doing? If he's on 100 times more than her, then should he not be treating Alisha Lehmann like the rock star that he is on the amount of money he's getting? It's ridiculous, man. See these people that turn around and say, "Oh, I'm just a normal." No, you're not.
She also has a fan time account, which is apparently similar to OnlyFans, but she doesn't post any sort of pornographic content. She also has teamed up with KSI and Logan Paul for their Prime energy drink. She's been an ambassador for that, yet she's pretty much claiming poverty.
Yeah, I mean, how pathetic.
And she's actually got a limited edition. She's actually got a limited edition version of the calendar that is signed, worth £152. That's the price of it.
Which is just
but she's a normal person, and she's held back because she's a woman.
It's just absolutely ridiculous, isn't it? I mean, I remember I seen a video a couple of months ago. She was on Speed's live stream. If you know who Speed is, he's a streamer, right? And they were in Switzerland, I believe, and they went into this like watch store, and she tried to get him to buy her like a 62 grand watch, and then once he realised the price, he said no. So I don't know. Doesn't seem like a very nice down to earth person, Alisha Lehmann, trying to con Speed at a 62 grand.
Yeah, nah.
While she's got a boyfriend,
it's a bit weird, isn't it?
Who could easily spend 62 grand because he's got 100 times more than what she's making.
Yeah, but I mean, like, let's say she makes 200 grand a year on her footballing career. She's making well over £1 million a year. Well over £1 million when you factor everything else in.
Yeah, she will make more than every player in Scotland when you factor everything in.
I'm going to have a look at how many followers she's got on Instagram, because you do make a lot of money on Instagram through posting pics. The analytics say that she makes 245,000 per post. I'm not going to count how many posts that she's made, over the course of a year, but she's got 17 million followers. I guarantee you, she's making not $1 million, she's making millions.
It's just hypocritical. You're right, because there's people that post to Instagram and will make nowhere near that money. The reality is, she's chosen the wrong career venture. She shouldn't be a footballer. If she's making more with a pick than she is for a full year at Aston Villa,
what's wrong with both?
Well, no, you're right.
If she enjoys football and football's her passion, well, why can't she be a footballer and accept, holy fuck, I'm pretty, and people actually will...
Yeah, but that's the problem. If she's crying about the football and weights, and just stop it then. And just do your photos, because you're going to make more money doing that.
I think it's insane to claim she doesn't live like a star. Yeah, I mean, you look at Instagram, beach. I mean, does a normal person, like, travel to go on 20 different holidays a year?
Nope, that would be stardom.
Anyway, man, just
that would be the fog football life.
Yeah,
beach here, beach there.
It's
beach everywhere.
I mean, it's just it's fucking typical, man. Just I'm going to complain because I'm a woman, this, that, but not acknowledge the fact that her being an attractive woman, there's a lot of things going for her, a lot of things that she would not be getting right now if she was ugly and a dude. I mean, so
that's it. Could look like Steve Cooper, the Leicester manager even.
It is what it is, guys. Just
his OnlyFans wouldn't draw the same.
No, it certainly wouldn't. And to say she does the same job, I mean, it's not. Who's the Rangers female captain?
Couldn't tell you.
Does she deserve the same money as Tav? Who's the Celtic female captain?
Right, Tav's a bad example.
Right, who's the Celtic female captain?
I couldn't tell you, but
does she deserve the same amount of money as Cal McGregor?
Absolutely not.
No
one cares.
The Hearts manager, Oliver Led or Oliver Lee or something. Oliver Led, I forget. It's actually pretty attractive, but
keep the lid on it.
Is she getting the same amount of money as Stephen Naismith? No, because her results don't matter as much. Her job's not as important because it's not bringing in the same. It's not having the same financial impact. You're not playing with the same sort of money. See Alisha Lehmann. See if she scores a screamer to win Juventus the league. Fucking doesn't matter as much as if Douglas Luiz scores a screamer because the money involved here.
Yeah.
The money you create generates money for you. And it's just, I mean, it's that simple. Like I say, see if you're working at McDonald's, it's a 9 to 5 job because, I mean, at the end of the day, you're getting a minimum wage because you're serving up Big Macs and anyone can do it.
Anyone can
do it.
What
you do? Oh, you just sold a Big Mac meal for £7. Congratulations, are you changing the world? No. Whether you agree with it or not, men's football's massive. And it does generate huge amounts of money, and that's why it pays. See, until women's football generate, and they want to blame men, right? And they want to talk about set. Why don't more women support women and actually start watching women's football?
Exactly.
Maybe if more women watched women's football, then they'd make more money. It'd get more popular.
That's what they'll need to do.
But I mean, you can't really ask guys to care about it when they don't care about it.
No, it's hypocritical.
So, I mean, it is what it is. It's be like a guy, getting into like the makeup industry. It's just not that popular.
It's not going to work.
A men's perspective. Anyway, guys, that's it. Alisha Lehmann, I mean, crying poverty, yet I guarantee you she makes a few million a year, hands down. I know for a fact she would. You think of all her social media accounts and the amount of followers she's got.
It's just ridiculous. No, it's how blind.
I would go as, obviously we haven't seen her bank. I would go as far as saying she makes 8 figures a year. I think she would.
Well, yeah.
Not obviously not of her football career,
And
but
then factor in she's with Douglas Luiz, right? And look at how much money he's on. Oh, we live a normal life. We're just normal people. I hate people that pretend they're normal and they're no normal.
she's probably the most famous female footballer, but she's not the best.
Aye,
But she's probably the most famous female footballer.
I'd say so.
Because of her looks.
Right up there.
So, I mean,
If not the.
you know, it is what it is. Anyway, guys, there you go. Crying poverty. If you want to talk about real poverty, Fog Fitba. So, sort us out a wee super chat. We're not going to beg. Oh, we're making the same videos as Mr. Beast. Why are we not making the same money?
I know. Communism.
Anyway, guys, that's it. Till next time. Peace.